in the mood to work. I'm just not. I want to be out here in the forest, and I'm happy here. I'm happy here in nature, just chilling out. And maybe you feel the same. I want to tell you a story of when I went to work and it all went wrong. I used to be a truck driver, and I went to go pick up a load of beer in San Diego, and I underestimated how much fuel I had in this semi truck that I was driving, and I stalled out right on the entrance ramp to Interstate 5, I think it was, and the most busy interstate in a very populated place, and people were honking at me, screaming at me. They were so mad at me, and I messed up, and I wish that I had never showed up to work that day. That's how I honestly felt. And I had to pay for the fuel to get out of there, so I had to walk to the gas station, get 25 gallons of fuel, and carry it back and forth. And then, while I was doing this, I got frazzled. So I locked my keys in the semi-truck. And this was a newer one. And it took the guy to come and break into it 2 hours to get into it. And that day ended up costing me over $1,000. It was definitely a loss. So if you're not in the mood to work, if you don't have all your wits about you, your thoughts collected in order, sometimes it's not a good idea to go work. And yeah, you may need the money, but it may end up costing you more. So today I'm just not in the mood to work. I am out here hiking in the forest like a good person should be. I'm Daniel Sage. I'm a poet by profession now. Spent 3 years full time doing events and farmers markets and everything. Poetry on demand. If you want a poem, go down below. I'll put my website down there and mail you a poem on any topic for any price. It's pretty fun. So yeah, I mean, I just want to talk about people just not wanting to work anymore and not being in the mood to work. You totally see it in people when you go out, don't you? You see them struggling to find motivation to serve you, or just not in the mood to work. And for some people, that's their whole life. But for a lot of people these days, it's just very common. And I think it's a lot of things. I think the pandemic changed things. The pay doesn't go as far as it used to. Inflation is getting out of hand. Things are just getting worse and worse in the towns and cities that we live in, aren't they? Just getting worse and worse. And it's not okay, because work is a beautiful thing. To be in the mood to work and in your flow state and to be of service to this world is one of the most beautiful things I have ever done. Making money and feeling good, serving people, being in alignment, it's amazing. If you can find something that you're good at, that people want, where you feel inspired to do it. It took me 30 years to find that. Some people never find that. A lot of people never find that. And now that I found it, I want to work all the time. But I take it slow in the winter. There's a reason the seasons are the way they are. Winter is a time for working less, for taking it slower, for resting, reflecting, rejuvenating yourself, going to hot springs, going on vacation. It's a time for that. But we've lost that as a culture, and we have just plowed over the seasons like they don't even matter. Like it doesn't even matter if you're not in the mood to work. Disregard your feelings, go to work, put in the hours and the grind, and that's not always the best decision. We are not machines. We are human beings, and we have emotions and problems and things to deal with that come up in life. I found out this week my dad has cancer. Well, maybe I'll take it a little bit slower this week. My mom passed last month. I'm taking it slower. And the universe gives us these lessons too. I was passing a guy and he turned left right in front of me on Monday. So I ended up totaling my car because I was doing a passing maneuver. And yes, it was legal. He was just unclear of where he was going to turn. And so it's definitely probably going to end up being his fault because he didn't signal and he was going slow and I was doing a legal pass. But it also brings to light the fact that I've been going too fast lately in life. I've been working too hard. I've been traveling too much. It's time to slow down as a society. COVID forced that upon us, and yet we've ramped back up to frenetic pace. And for what? We're going nowhere fast. We're destroying nature. We're destroying everything that we love. And it's terrible. It's awful. Why can't we just sit at home for a day? Japan just went to a 4-day work week and joined Europe. And I'm sure America is not far behind. We need a day of rest, at least every week. More like 2 days of full rest. And if you're really, and that gives you no time, if you're working full time, 5 days a week, to do anything else except rest and work. It's a trap. I'm trying to do something for myself, like go hiking like this in the woods. Do something enjoyable for myself at least 1 day a week. Where I'm rested and I'm not working. I'm not just doing the same old. Because I think we can't let our lives get so one-sided where we're always in the grind. If you're not in the mood to work, probably, unless your life depends on it, other people are depending on you for their livelihoods, you got kids and they're going to starve if you don't work, why not take a day? I know it's getting a lot of flack right these days for Gen Z being like, I need a mental health day, I need this, I need that. But you know what? We're human. We have needs. That's all they're saying. We're human and we have needs. It's a real basic thing. And sometimes you show up to work and you aren't in the mood for it halfway into your shift or whatever you're doing. Can we have compassion for these people that are showing up to serve and just don't have any gas in the tank? Whether that's by choice or circumstance, because we have got to realize that people are struggling right now. Struggling to put food on the table. Struggling to get transportation. Just meet basic needs. I feel lucky that I own my house because the value has tripled since the pandemic. It's gotten crazy out. People are really having a hard time. So, if you're not in the mood to work, let that be okay. There's good reasons right now that people are not in the mood to work. And see if you can get back up on your feet the next day. What if you worked on yourself instead of for others today? Instead of binging YouTube or TV, what if you went to a hot spring or read a book, went to the library to learn something new? What if you just went on a different path today? Did something out of the ordinary that you normally wouldn't have done? Because there's more to work, there's more to life than work. And there's more to work than life. So, can it be okay that you're not productive? Can that be okay? I think it is. I think it's a beautiful thing. So, if you're with me, let me know what you're thinking down in the comments below. I'm Daniel Sage. I'd love to continue to share videos with you and have you subscribe and be a part of everything that I'm doing. So, yeah. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.